Hello, pocket knife community, knife lovers, knife enthusiasts, interested viewers. A folder here. I want to do a video. This happens to be the Spyderco Native 5 in Spy 27, which is Spyderco's proprietary steel that's comparable to, S30, I believe, S35, somewhere in that area. But these companies put out sometimes a contract for their own steel. It's a marketing thing, and it also allows them to get steel for a better price in bulk, therefore thus making money. Because regardless of what we want to believe, these are companies that need to make profit. And Spy 27 is an excellent steel, by the way. It's a stainless steel, but that's not really, well, it's kind of what this video is about, but not really. I don't want to just dive into it that way. What I've been doing recently, and not that I've come full circle with my Spyderco collection, I have more Spyderco knives than any other brand of knife that I own. I'm not sure how many I have, 25, 30 of them, maybe. And I'm not full circle. What I mean by that is it's not like I own every Spyderco model I want. So now I'm just sort of, there are still a few models I want that I haven't gotten yet. Even though I own like 6 or 7 PM2s, you would think that I would get some of the other stuff, you know? But anyway, but what I am doing is I am sort of, if I'm going to buy something that's a repeat purchase, sort of, and it could be in any figuration. This happens to be the Native 5 and the FRN, which is the fiber reinforced nylon, the lightweight version. If I happen to repeat something, I'm looking for super steels. So basically, that's what it is. Like, I'm not buying any more PM2s unless I can buy it in a steel that I don't have. Even though this is the lightweight version and not the full weight version, I still own a Native 5. I mean, this is just as good, for cutting tests. The geometry, everything's the same, except the scale materials. But if I'm going to get anything in the future and it's a duplicate of what I already have, then, it's going to be something, it's going to be a steel that I don't already own. That's really the key for me. It be a steel that I don't have already. Yeah, so so let's just what's going on here? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Sorry guys, hold on a second. Okay, so let's get into it. So anyway, right, so let's start off with the Native 5, and I just picked up, so excited, a Native 5. Okay, here we go. And this happens to be the dark blue, which for me doesn't look like dark blue. It's like purple, but dark blue and purple are very close. Dark blue, it's advertised as G10, and it's an S110V, which is their flagship steel for this particular knife. I was just on the Spyderco website looking at all the steels that the Native comes in, and I know that it comes in a large variety of steels, but this by far is the most prolific. This is at the top of the food chain. It's expensive too. I didn't pay top price for this. I paid about $40 below suggested MSRP. But the knife literally comes in, they have the Rex 45 Sprint Run, the Maximate, which actually the Maximate is almost as expensive as this one. The Maximate's a lightweight though, so it's a few dollars cheaper. Um, and that's probably why, you know. You got the black G10. Oh, and actually the fluted carbon fiber. Actually, you know what? I take that back. This isn't the top Native 5. They actually have a Native 5 in S90V, okay, which is one of the steels that I am interested in. S90V, and it comes in a fluted carbon fiber. Nice. $400 retail. $400 retail. It's not cheap. Their Salt series also. And oh, it's LC200N is the steel for their Salt series. I didn't know if they switched over. Uh, you know, I didn't know if they switched over to a different steel for that. So yeah, so you know, honestly, you know, just looking at the website here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13 different versions of this knife that Spyderco has done. So there's a lot out there, guys, right? Um, this Native 5 is just an absolute beast. It is an excellent knife. It's got a back lock, which we know back lock's a very strong lock. This G10 is extremely robust, and the knife feels robust in hand. This with the G10 comes in at 3 ounces. I was gonna weigh it, but it doesn't matter. On the website it says 3 ounces. No wait, how many ounces? Go to the technical specs. Yeah, it says three ounces. Really? Oh, you know what? I don't know. That just sounds light to me. But then again, let's see here. Grams. Okay. 3.1. Yeah. So okay. All right. So yeah, I guess the Spyderco, they know what they're talking about, and this one comes in at 2.4. So you save half an ounce. You save half an ounce with the light version. This is in Spy 27, and the one I just picked up is in S110V, which we all know, if you know your steel, CPM S110V is a super steel. It holds its edge for a very long time, especially used for EDC and, you know, used for what knives are intended for. It will hold its edge forever. Can be very difficult to sharpen, and is extremely stainless. Extremely resistant to corrosion. It's a super steel. Whereas Spy 27, very good steel, but it's not a super steel. It's not in the quite class of S110V. It's more of like I believe it's S30, more like an S30, which is, you know, excellent. Yeah, so this is the direction that I'm going with my Spyderco collection. I'm gonna just show a few other knives I have that I purchased, and not recently. Some of them are older or whatever, but either way, it just reinforces what I've been saying. This is the PM3, and this is also in S110V. So I'm pretty much not buying anything unless it's in a super steel from here on in when it comes to Spyderco. Unless it's a model that I don't have and I just want to get that model. But if it's something that I already have, it's got to be in something real serious. Okay, a really, you know, I got the applied weapons technology. I recently did a video on this. This is the PM2 applied weapons in a S90V. Like I said, only the higher stuff. S90V is a steel that is used in high-end knives today. Yes, absolutely. So my applied weapons technology, full aluminum, is in S90, and the PM3 is in S110. I have a Delica here. This is a non-stainless steel, but it's K390. K390 is an absolute ridiculous steel. You talking about edge retention? Yeah, holy crap. This thing holds an edge for an extremely long period of time. And I put titanium. I put it in titanium and have as a special milled pocket clip, custom pocket clip I put for it, just to make it look. And it's nice. Actually, it's a deep pocket clip. It's excellent. So it's not even just the looks I got it for. It works really well. But yeah, so this is the K390. Like I said, the subject of this video are Spydercos that are in super steels that I'm acquiring slowly. I'm in no rush. And this knife is one of the first knives I ever bought when I started getting serious about collecting knives. And I very rarely, I've never carried this knife to this day. I've never carried it out in the street in my pocket ever. And I've never used it to cut anything. It's not in a safe though. I don't keep it in the safe. So it's not quite a safe queen. But if you're not using it, yeah. So it's a the Manix 2 XL in carbon fiber. And this is an S90V. I've had this for a while. This is actually from the Spyderco Club, number 161. I bought this some time ago. But it's also really, this knife is absolutely huge. It's just, this is not really my idea of, something to carry ADC. It's just enormous. But it's a Manix 2 XL. And like I said, I'm just bringing out the stuff that I have that's in S90, S110. If I had something in Maximate or something in something else that is not your common everyday steel, more of a super steel. So yeah, man, the latest edition is the Native 5. Love the ergos on this. Love the ergos. So just so you know, the overall length of this knife is it's 7 inches. It's 6.98 inches. So it's a 7-inch knife. So it's right at that threshold before starting going to small. It's still quite there in the medium, on its way to small. Closed length is 4 inches. Blade thickness is 0.125 or 3.2 millimeters. It's a back lock. The blade length is just under 3 inches, 2.98 inches. So it is at 3 inches, the blade length. Let me see something here, because I'm not exactly sure. Do they measure by? Yeah, they do. So yeah. So, this is not a matter of semantics. People say that it's a matter of semantics, but it's not. I love watching Nick Shabazz always saying, it depends on how you measure it, whether the cop will arrest you, But, I get it. They measure the blade by this entire blade, but the cutting edge is the dangerous part, right? That everybody says is dangerous, right? That's the cutting edge. This is not a 3-inch blade, guys. It's just not. It's a just over 2.5-inch blade. Yeah, about a 2.5. It's a 2.5-inch blade with a 1/2-inch finger choil. That's what it is. This is a blade. This is a finger choil. They say this is a 3-inch blade. You could easily make the argument this is definitely a sub 3-inch blade. Because you wouldn't be able to hold on to it. I can hold on to this. If I grabbed onto this part, I'd cut my finger. So yes, this has a finger choil that is machined into the blade, into the steel. That's part of the total length of the blade. Yeah, this is 2.5 inches, right? With a 1/2-inch finger choil. So anyway, you could make that argument. So if you're in some place where you can only have 3 inches, you can't have, if you have 3 inches, you're illegal. If you're under 3 inches, you're good. You pull this out and you go, see, 2.5. It's like, what are we talking about here? These laws are so crazy, man. They're so insane. It really is. It's always designed to, kind of hurt people that just kind of follow the rules, honestly. Because people that don't care aren't going to care whether this is 2.5 or 3 inches. They're going to have a knife this long. They're going to have something, whatever. Anyway. So that's it. Anyway, this is the Spyderco Native 5 in G10. and they call it dark blue CPM S110V. All right, that's all I got.